World of YouTube, out you here with another edition of Music from the Past. Today we're going over a band that's been around since the early 80s. I believe they started out in like 84, 85 with great hits like Coming At You Live, Walking Out, Heaven's Trail, and I can say The Way It Is, Love Song, all kinds of great tunes, Hang Tough. Everything that pure 80s rock and roll is about. I mean, it wasn't until this album that came out that they did a dedication to the man who invented the radio. And this is Tesla's album, Tesla, The Great Radio Controversy. There was supposedly another man who made the radio, but due to lack of blueprints, you would say, and findings of blueprints, this man right here, a man from, let me pull this out of the old sheet. Now back in the day, tapes, a lot of them came out like this, and you would get yourself a little book or lyrics or something. And here you have Tesla's album, and it was what was his name? In 1942, the Supreme Court finally declared Nikola Tesla had in fact invented modern radio technologies. And this other buffoon, who would call him, what's his name? Well, it ain't important, because he didn't make the radio anyways. It's not important to share his name, but Tesla obviously came up with the name of this band due to the fact of that. And like I said, this is a dedication album to that man, and I'm sure that's him as a child. And Lucas, what the hell was he? I think he was from Yugoslavia. And there's a museum out there of his work. And they did have indeed found his blueprints and documents and stuff to prove that he was the one who made the radio. And I guess before they found that out, or after, one of the two, the guy was dead in a motel room in New York. Some apparent reason, who knows. Maybe the guy that they declared, just a thought and theory that they said that made the radio and he didn't, was proven wrong. Maybe he had him killed, just a joke thing, but you never know, though. Back then, in them days, you piss someone off and they want to kill somebody back in them days and hide it and friggin' sweep it under the carpet. It happened. Even it does it to these days, too. But back in them days, a lot of things was not proven due to DNA testing and stuff like that. So, insane what this world comes to. But Tesla, yes, a very good band. I think they got at least 5 albums out for themselves before the 90s. Like I say, and everybody knows, grunge took over. But, like I said, the music of today and the music industry is just yet some of it. I will not say all of it. I have heard some music of today that, of course, people are dying out and not listening to no more, but it does have a hard flavor like the past. A flavor that you cannot replace. A flavor that stands on the shelf of test of time. Just like your favorite foods or your favorite, places of interest to go, they sit there in history and will never be touched by some of the new bands of today. And this is 101 class on how the new bands of today should start learning and going back in history and get some real music playing. Learn how it is to be just in the studio, to put your blood, sweat, and tears into an album and not just to make money. Yes, it is good that the money comes along with it in the end. But guess what? Bands did it because they wanted to tell their stories, tales. And I'll say it through all my albums, and it's to share people like me, you, or like me that comes from nothing and tries to build their life up by doing everything in their will and power. Sometimes it fails, sometimes it leads to suicide, sometimes it, but it's like music like this that keeps me kicking and living, because, they too was at the bottom of the barrel, but because they scraped, clawed, and fucking fought to the end to make it to where they are, that's right. That's how music should be. Not get this one-hit wonder fucking hit, or this attitude of going in the studio. Everybody likes this song, great. We put a demo song, everybody likes it, now just put the album out and then we make our millions. And then not dedicate yourself to fans like the olden days. In the olden days, it's tough to see tours these days of these new bands. I mean, whether or not I'm not into the industry right now of music because of the simple fact that most of it I don't like. You don't hear big world tours like in the past. Arena tours sold out. And, like it is. I went in the Walmart the other day to look in the book section to see what they have. Rolling Stone magazine still kicking for music and stuff like that, but it pisses me off not to see the hit parade of Rip magazines and, all the heavy metal culture that I grew up with just disappeared, whether or not be on the internet or not. I try and keep up with today's music, but as much as I can and can't, because due to my busyness of my own, I mean, just listening to the radio is like, blah. Not the bands that are good that I've heard and, briefly heard, and one or two songs, it sucks to say, it's not on the fucking radio. Them are the ones that should be on the radio. Try and support them all I can. Like I said, I'm very busy my own self, but yeah, the bands that should be on the radio are not. The bands that suck, just like the Billboard charts do. They put all these shitty fucking bands. Oh, whoopee, they hit the fucking charts and they're killing the industry with real music. And you would think kids would get more into this over here than that over there, but they don't. Because of the crappy industry we live in. Anyways, let's get to some real music. I'm going to start off with the first song, Hang Tough, on this album. The great radio controversy, Tesla. Beautiful riffs and solos throughout this album. And there are a couple songs, I'll admit, a lot of bands get a little, but the majority of this album is heavy. And as you can hear the lyrics, to survive, keep it alive, and make your dreams. See what I mean? Everything you got. Hang tough, that's right. You hear them lyrics? A story to be told, a tale to be told. And them lyrics are strong. Just like that, man. All right there, what I was just talking about. A about how these bands used to pile on music after music, album after album, year after year. That's all their life consists of. And in the beginning of it all, that's all they could think and do and eat, sleep, music, write, whatever could come out the best, not just, oh, for the money. Let's skip the song, but Lady Luck was one of them songs that were just a little bit, it was good rocking, but this one though, love this one. Another one you bat out on the highway. If you want to get out on the highway and take a little steam up, do not get pulled over and cause an accident, but step on it a little and get a little kicking. That's right, kick ass. Listen to the lyrics. People, you hear them lyrics, and that's what new music of today consists of. Lousy lyrics, lousy beats, lousy melody. It's just something that's upbeat and to keep the people happy. But to me, music's got to tell a tale. Music's got to have a story behind it, just like a great book. People don't do that anymore either. Read. No, it's all online, blah, 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 but whatever. Good old riff here. Slide guitar. Love that slide guitar. And it's tough. Put a slide guard. When you put that slide, that little pipe on your finger. Wow! Yeah. Little laid back music here, but it does its purpose and it kicks ass. And the songs, be a man. What I tell my kids all the time, be a man. Put food on the table. That's right, put the food on the table. Do what I can do. And that's what it was back in the day with these bands. You know, even Metallica, Anthrax used to spend time together when they were trying to break through in the music industry. And there was Scott Ian talking about jam sandwiches, where you put peanut butter, 2 pieces of bread, and jam that sucker together. And that's all they ate. Shit like that. Unbelievably. What it's all about. Then you got Lazy Days, Crazy Nights. Another laid back song, I mean. All well worth it though. This album is well worth it. And all these Tesla albums are like that. I mean, that one's a little like Lady Luck. I mean, sometimes there's music, I like it, but you can't get a little catch on, I would think, to say, I could safe to say for people to buy it and want to listen to it. But this is another song. I mean, did it for the money. Talks about, this one talks about people that did it for the money. That's what new bands do today. You see how bands like this used to talk about this back in the day. Just did it for the money. That's right. Good, hard, kicking, rocking song. But I gotta move on because, like I said, if you want the album to find out, you gotta get it. Good, hard, rocking song, man. Solos. But a perfect example. There's a song, Get It for the Money, and that's what bands do today. Do it for the money. Like I said, there was a band that I can't remember the goddamn name. I wish I would have wrote it down. I usually do that, but I didn't. They said literally, did it for the money. Then you got bands like Wolf Mother, did it for the women. No women came, so they stopped playing. Fucking dumb retards like that make me sick. Them are the bands that I'm talking about. It's just sick. And we got this song here. What is it? Ah, shit. Yesterday's Gone. Meaning that they're up there. That's right. Yesterday's gone. Sitting in our apartment, 1-bedroom apartment. Studio apartment with just a big old drum set, guitar, bass, and amps. Microphone. Screw the rest of the apartment. It's all storage. But moving on, I mean, a hard rocking song, but as you can see. Then you got The Way It Is was always on the radio and on MTV when MTV was good. Then you have Flake the Nowhere Love Song. Love Song was a good one too. Good ballad. Great ballad from these guys. And I'm just going to stop it there. And that's a good old, there you go. This is a good ballad song here too. The Making Magic song. I don't know, is this The Way It Is? Oh, there it is. Nah, the other one went over it. Shit. Yeah, The Way It Is, The Way It Goes. This is a great ballad. Skipped over the Magic song. But I'll leave it at this one. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it is and the way it goes. And great music from the past. I recommend anybody to buy this album. You get 100% satisfaction. If you don't understand it, or if you don't like it, any of it, then you don't know music.